Hi guys, my name is Elliot Harling Bethel and this channel is about energy healing, personal development and following my journey utilising various forms of fasting as a healing modality. And today I wanted to talk about 2020 and what I've experienced so far this year and what I've seen the year 2020 has been here to show us. And that is 2020 is a reflection of what we need to go forward and see the shadows that we need to overcome, or the things that are triggering us. They're going to keep coming around in other people. They're going to be mirrored 2020 with 2020 vision with as much clarity as possible. You're going to see what you need to work on come through in other people. So people are going to trigger you with things that you need to work on. So if you are not telling the truth, you're going to get a lot of people lying to you, and you're going to think, damn, why people keep lying to me? Because you're not being trustworthy yourself. You're going to see that reflected back, and until you start speaking your truth from your throat chakra, you're going to see this keep repeating back to you. If you're being unfaithful to someone, you're going to see people being unfaithful all the time. If you are struggling for money and you keep thinking constantly that money is something that's very difficult to acquire, then you're going to see this in other people, and it's something you're going to keep coming back to. When you realise that all of these things are abundant, and when you change your mindset and change the programs and paradigms within your mind, your subconscious mind likes to go into comfort mode. So it likes to keep repeating to you the things that you constantly see. So if you're constantly struggling for money and you're constantly thinking you have to struggle for money, and you're constantly seeing people struggle for money, your subconscious mind is going to keep repeating this over and over and over and over again. It's the same way if you go to the gym every day and you think to yourself you're getting healthier, you will get healthier and you'll see more healthier things, and over and over. You can go to the gym every day and think you're still getting fat and eat healthily and still get fat, because if that's what you're thinking repeatedly over and over, that's what your subconscious is going to show back to you, and then the more you keep seeing it, you're going to keep repeating it. Well, I've said before, we all know someone who eats 4 McDonald's a week and doesn't put any weight on and doesn't go to the gym and still looks in great shape. This is because their subconscious mind is programmed to believe they've got a high metabolism. They've constantly thought that, they've constantly believed it. Your beliefs become your reality, and the more you keep seeing it, the program and paradigms created, your personality becomes your personal reality. So your personal reality of me being Elliot, now believing I don't need to eat that much and I can still go to the gym like twice a week. I mean, I've been going like once a week recently, and I've still managed to maintain my muscle, not lose too much weight, because this is my beliefs now. My beliefs now that anything I believe with enough belief and faith and strength becomes my reality. Anything. I'm talking, I don't have to eat. I'm talking, I've gone 40 days without food. I've gone 20 days and shown that I could lose only 3 pounds in 20 days. I've gone 5 days and said that I'm going to lose a stone and lost 11 pounds. Go figure. I've done 20 days without food, said I wasn't going to lose any weight at all. I lost 3 pounds. I've done 5 days, I said I was going to lose a stone and I lost 11 pounds. Both of them no food. Both of them with a little bit of water, but ultimately my subconscious programming that I changed up before I went to bed and put into play for it to then make the synchronicities, place the breadcrumbs, and to build the bridges for me to walk across the next day. As long as I was in tune to my highest self and followed those synchronicities, the next day was all set up for me already. It's like when you get up in the morning and you say, and you hit your foot and you go, oh shit, it's going to be one of those days again. Oh, I might as well fucking go back to bed. You might as well go back to bed, because now you've just said that, you've just changed your whole day and you've just set a new path and you've gone off that way and it's going to go off that way. Whereas if you get out of bed, you hit your foot and you go, oh man, that's the worst thing that could happen today. It's only going to get better from here. Bang, you've just built a whole new synchronicity. You've just built on a whole new trail of breadcrumbs. You've just built a whole new road of bridges, because your energy and your vibration has gone boom. So now you set off on that dimension and you created that reality. Whereas before you'd set off on that downward spiraling one, and once you go downwards, your subconscious will just go, yeah, okay, this is easy, we're just going to stick on this path. But when you stick on that really powerful one, you notice when things are going well, things are going well. People say when things are going bad, things are going mad. It is that way, but you can change it like that, because the second you change your thought pattern and the second you look for the good in everything, the second you look for the good in everyone and everything around you, you've just flipped your whole reality, changed it up, and you're on a completely different timeline. Dante knew this in 1308 or 1321, when Dante wrote Divine Comedy. He goes from hell to earth to heaven in one day, and he knew this because all it is heaven, hell and earth all here right now. It's just levels of consciousness. It's levels of vibrational frequency. And you can change this level of vibrational frequency with your thoughts and your feelings, because the second you think a positive thought and you put that feeling into it, bang, that goes out into your energy field. Your energy field, when you are thinking negative and fearful thoughts, your energy field closes down. your 7 main chakras, which are the 7 main colours of the rainbow, and the 5 that you've also got connection to now. The 5, so the full 12 dimensions, the full 12 colours, we've all now got access to these. If you've done the work, you're getting access to these. When they're all open, when you're thinking positive thoughts, your energy centres open up like flowers. They go boom, 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 boom. Your aura becomes huge. It becomes massive around you. Now, these negative low vibrations can't come anywhere near you. So you're almost untouchable. But the second you start to think fear and you start to think, oh, fuck me, that says that on the television, I better not go out today. I better stay in my house where there's more toxins and there's more negativity and there's more, I'm trying to think of the word. Scientifically, there's more bad energy or lower vibrations because you're in an enclosed area and the energy is not moving around as much. When you're out in nature, it's very high vibration because the trees and the earth are live and the vibration is very high. This is like a vegan diet. You're eating very live, high positive foods because fruit and vegetables, fruit is 90% water, vegetables 72% water. When you look at cacao, when you take photographs of any of these with a Kirlian photography camera, you'll see a massive aura around them, and it's highly electric. They're highly, most of them are highly watered foods and they're highly electric foods. When you look at a piece of meat with a Kirlian camera, dead as fuck. It's just really low vibration, negative energy. Now, it's my belief that whatever you decide to eat, you can change the frequency of it by saying grace into your food, by praying or saying grace into your food, and by blessing anyone that's been in the process of getting that food and bringing that food to your plate. So by blessing the people that have grown it, by blessing the people that have transported it, that have packaged it and bought it and got it there to your table, by blessing all of these people, you're technically blessing about 5,000 people. That's an energy change. So the second you do that, you've actually sent out energy to all of these people. You might not be aware of this yet. This is going to be public knowledge soon, so take note of this. When you do this, when you see someone and you bless them, there's an energetic exchange between you. I've been writing and saying videos for the last 2 years that energy is the most important currency you have. Forget about money. Money's going downhill. Governments are collapsing. Any big company that is not working for the highest good, for the highest number of people, their employees, the people they're selling to, the people they're involved with, they're going to start crashing massively soon. Governments are going to have to start speaking the truth. Anyone that's not speaking the truth, you're going to be able to tell very soon energetically, because everybody's moving from using thought now to using feeling. Now, once we shift over to this pattern, a lot of us have already done this. That means we're not thinking, we're not using the monkey mind, which means the monkey mind can be clouded with different visions and you can start to doubt yourself. And once doubt creeps in, it's game over. But when you're feeling something, when you feel that something's right and you go on to that next feeling, you're ascending to higher and higher, better feelings. Now, the more and more people do this, the more and more you'll watch TV. I watch TV now occasionally and I see people talking like, any member of parliament or anyone like this who's running a company, and you can sense into that they're not doing things for the highest good, for the highest number of their employees and the highest number of people. If you're selling something and you're telling people it's helping them, and at the end of the day it's keeping them looped into a pattern that's making them go on a downhill spiral, you're manipulating people. People are going to start to realise this and people are going to fuck it off. So if you're doing that, your company is going to go downhill very, very, very fast, and it's already starting to happen. You're seeing this. You'll see a lot of governments starting to collapse that are doing this. We're going to be making sure that our governments in the future are talking the truth. And when someone speaks their truth and their throat chakra is open, you can feel it in the vibration of their body. You'll be able to tell whether someone's lying to you the second they're talking to you. I know that if you're watching this right now and you've been led to it and you've been drawn to this video, there's a high resonance that you're going through this process right now and that you've been drawn to this for a reason, and that when I'm speaking right now, you're probably getting tingly feelings in the back of your neck and really resonating to what I'm saying, because this is happening to everybody on a global scale. What is happening is we have always been told we have 12 strands of DNA, but some of them have been junk DNA. Well, this is not true. It's not been junk DNA, it's been dormant DNA. And this great awakening that's taking place right now is when the strands of DNA are actually coming online now, because the vibrational frequency of the planet is raising. You heard the Mayans talk in 2012, the 12th of the 12th, there was going to be a big energetic shift, and the vibrational frequency, the Schumann resonance of the planet, which was around 7.8 or something around that sort of level, don't quote me on that, has started to raise. And there's been days in the last 6 months where it's peaked at over 100. So this is a massive shift, which is forcing people to do the shadow work. It's making people see what they've done in not only this life but in past lifetimes, so that they can transmute that karmic energy, raise their vibration, because our whole solar system our whole galaxy is being drawn into another dimension at the moment. The vibration's raising so high. This has happened every single year for thousands and thousands of years, but on a very small level, because it's been, if someone was to take on too much of a high vibration too quickly, you wouldn't understand it, and then that's where you get people committing suicide and doing things like this. But there's been a very, very gradual process, and there's been such a huge shift of people awakening now. This has been the biggest opportunity for all of us to come together and to really shift this galaxy, or to shift this universe into the next place, to shift all of us, to raise all of our vibrations, and to start creating our own realities, because we've never been explained to us that we're multi-dimensional beings. And by multi-dimensional, I mean what I'm seeing when I look around is completely different from what someone else has been seeing. Now, I've been shown this very much this year, in that whenever I've gone to the supermarket, there's hardly been any queues. I've walked straight to the front of the queue, I've gone in, I've always been able to pick up toilet roll, I've always been able to pick up all the food that I want. There's never been any queues, I've been able to get everything I want, and yet I'll walk outside and people will be complaining about there's no toilet roll and how they can't get certain foods. Now, because I don't believe this, and because I don't watch the telly, because I don't feed into that media fear-based 3D crap TV, I don't see it. Because once you cut something off from your subconscious mind, your subconscious lets go of it and you shift into a new pattern. Once you shift into that new pattern, your subconscious finds the new pattern for you to fall into. And what technically I've done over the last 3 years and helped a lot of people do is change the paradigms and programs, or the patterns that they've been running, which have led them to just sit in front of TV, to watch TV, to believe what's on TV, and then to keep repeating that, and to get up every morning to just get into a Groundhog Day situation where they just keep living the same day over and over again, to showing them the patterns, the causes that created the effects, because everything is effect. And it's an effect created by cause. When you're not happy with something, if you've got an addictive personality, my personality, I was addicted to sex, drugs, everything. But I don't believe addiction exists now. I believe that there's habit, and a habit is caused by doing something over and over again for 20 to 60 days. And once you do something for 20 to 60 days, it creates a pattern. And once you create a pattern, it creates your personality. And I am Elliot, and I am an addict. 12 steps. You have to get up and say, hi, my name is Elliot, and I'm an addict. It's not good for you. It's an affirmation. It's an invocation. You don't want to keep repeating that. You want to change it up. You want to say, hi, my name's Elliot, and I used to have an addictive personality, but now moving forward, and you change the causes, change the habits, change the patterns, which changes the personality, and then changes your personal reality, because you start to project it out from your solar plexus, because you've recreated it in your subconscious. Once you change these programs and paradigms, you then change your personality, which then changes your personal reality. This might sound very, very complicated, but I've been doing this for 3 or 4 years now, and I do it with people, and I can break it down over like 9 to 10 steps, usually between 9 and 11 steps, where you can change it by unifying your 2 brain hemispheres, by improving your corpus callosum that divides the 2 brain hemispheres. Once you do this, you unify the 2 brain hemispheres. You want to unify your masculine and feminine energies, because you are not masculine, you're not feminine, you're both. We are dark, we are light, we're masculine, we're feminine, we're positive, we're negative energy charges. When you realise this, and you go from one polarity to the other polarity, and you come back to the centre point, you can now choose what day you want to do what. So if you want to go and have a day of darkness, or if you want to go and have a day of lightness, go to it. Just don't get lost in it. Come back to this centre point, and then the next day, you can go out and have a little bit of a feminine side. Go and watch a chick flick, go and have a little cry. I love to do all that shit. Then you can get up and you can go and smash a load of weights in the gym and go kickboxing the next day. But you come back to the balance point every day, because once you get lost in one of them, you can end up creating a personality that is masculine, too masculine. You can create a personality that is too dark. You can create a personality that's too positive. You can create a personality that's too negative. But as long as you come back to that balance point every evening, and then set and intend or invoke or segment intend what you want to happen within your next day. You're the creator of your own reality, and every day you get up, you can plan and create whatever you want to create. I'm going to try and keep this video to 15 minutes, but I do get very, very fast and very, very excited when I start to channel stuff. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you want any more information on any of this, then email me at Mind, Body, Soul, Spirit Coach, or just pop me a comment in the comments below. Please do share, like, subscribe, and plaster this on as many people's pages and walls as you can, because for the next month to month and a half, I'm going to be giving away lots of my programs, lots of my fasting techniques, lots of all the processes that I use to help reprogram subconscious minds and help to get people to shift their paradigms and programs for free. I'm still looking to take on a few more one-on-one mentees. I do video calls and I take on between 3 and 6 one-on-one coaching mentees per month. So if you like any of this, then please do get in contact. I hope you've all enjoyed this video. Lots of love. Namaste. Oh, and PS, I've also got a load of workshops and talks being arranged all over London and the UK, and then Spain, Dubai, Bali, Thailand, Japan, Vegas, and Florida. So if you're interested in seeing me at any of those specific locations, please do message me and I'll tell you what dates I'll be out there. Lots of love.